All right, everybody, welcome back to Big Plays Podcast. I'm joined by Joe, Frank, Rice, and this is episode 7. And we're getting straight into all the Jamal Adams talk. So I'm gonna start with Rice. Rice, what you got for me?
All right, this whole situation is screwed. Both sides are pissing me off. Jamal Adams acting like a little baby. I love him. I want him to stay. He ain't gonna stay. Joe Douglas, just sign the man. Just sign the man. I know he's still on his rookie deal, but he's obviously the best player on the team. At least the best player on the defense. And you want to keep that around. You want them to want to be around. The whole thing saddens me.
Wow. Really? You're a Jets
Yeah.
fan / Colts fan, and that's all you got for that? Because this is like the
What do you
fucking
want me to
heaviest
say?
hitting thing.
Because
What? Where's the fucking passion? You're sitting there, the whole situation is screwed. Are you fucking out of your mind? This is Jamal Adams. This is like the fucking best safety in fucking, like, whew, God knows, last
yeah, I
five
mean,
years. Listen, this guy came in 2017, okay? He's had 3 years in the league. He's making a massive impact. Pay the man. What is wrong with the New York Jets?
I'm
Pay
saying pay the
him.
man.
Bro,
I'm saying pay the
where
man,
where
but
is
also don't act like a baby.
there it
Like
is.
I'm pissed at both of them.
There you go. Where's the fucking
They'll be
fire,
like,
Rice?
oh, I'm trying to get traded. Ugh.
Yeah.
You saw
Yeah.
those videos? He comes to Dallas. I'm trying.
Listen,
What the fuck is that?
last year, he thought he was untouchable. All right? He thought he was totally untouchable. He thought the Jets would never have traded him. When he heard the rumors, which apparently were not true, but when he heard that apparently the Jets might have been shopping him around last year, he took offense to that and he wanted out. And he said it. Nobody thought it was going to come to this, but here we are. Middle of quarantine, everything's kicking right back up. The Jets are screwing the pooch on this, man. They are getting rid of the best player at the position in the NFL because they refuse to pay him.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's going. He's going. He's got a long list of teams. He's got a laundry list of teams he said that he would go to. Ravens, Texans, Chiefs, Eagles, Niners, Seahawks, and the fucking Cowboys. Guess what? This LSU boy grew up in Dallas, okay? He would probably love to play at home. This guy, holy shit. If he goes to Dallas, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. But if he goes to the Eagles, all right, we'll talk.
The thing is, Joe Douglas still has to agree to a trade. Like, it's not like Jamal Adams could be like, "Oh, trade me," and they're gonna trade him. Like,
yes,
he's locked in.
I'm saying, but listen, I know he's locked in, but guess what? That's not the way. The league is slowly becoming players first. It's becoming a player dominated
at the end of the day,
league.
He's just a safety.
Oh, okay. You know what? On to Joe. Also, by the way, he's interested in the Bucks, and if he goes to the Bucks, I talked about it last week. You know, history just writes itself with Tom Brady. But go ahead, Joe. Let's hear it. Big Jets fan over here.
Listen up, fellas. Diehard Jets fan, right? Teams that I like tend to be organizations that embarrass the sport the most. And here's just another case of it, right? Chris Rice, you said that Jamal Adams is the best player in the Jets. 100% true. Not even close. Frank, you said he's the best safety in the league. Couldn't agree more. The guy is pure talent, has better instinct than anyone in the position, physically a beast. And like you said, Frank, he just came into the league in 2017. He's young, man. This is the type of guy who you want to build a franchise around. You know, he's vocal in the locker room. Defense plays better around a guy like that. And the Jets, looking at history, have always been a defensive team. They're not usually too good on offense, so we need our defense to be key. And Jamal Adams is the answer and the center of that defense who's going to make everyone play better around him. I love Jamal Adams as a Jet. And with everything, it is embarrassing. It is sad. It is disappointing. Look at Rome down here.
Rome changed his hat.
Because it's true. He's right, though. Because he's a big fan, just like I am. And to see what this organization is doing to the man is disgusting. It's embarrassing. Jamal Adams, man, he could end up on a lot of different teams, like you just mentioned. And he's gonna be really sad if he's not with the New York Jets. And it's not trending in the right direction right now. It's just another example of a New York team and their ownership destroying the organization, and it's really unfortunate.
But
That
I
guy's a
don't
superstar.
agree
He's the face
that
of the franchise.
it's them though. Like for once in like for the first time, like I'm not blaming the organization. Like it's just
So
How could
who's
you
to
not?
blame? Who's to
how
blame?
could I not? Because I mean he's technically still under contract. Like
He has to get paid though. Hold on.
Rome, spit some knowledge.
he will.
Did you see the video of him today? He's in Dallas and he's screaming out of
I
his truck,
saw.
"I'm trying! I'm trying!"
I saw.
Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not him being a baby.
He's
That's
gonna
him
get
saying
paid.
the Jets don't want to pay me. And you know what? I want to go to a winning organization. Let's hear it, Rome.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Rice, you don't blame him. Let's go back to Frank's point of last year trade rumors. When you ruffle feathers of great talent, now you could talk your shit. Cause I'm great. I'm being great for your organization, and you have the audacity to think about trading me. That's a problem. That's a problem. Rice, let's get back to your point. He's under
They
contract.
weren't.
Wait.
They
Let's
weren't
get back
gonna
to your
trade
point.
him. Number one.
Come on. You don't
Number
take
two, it would be
Frank,
a terrible. You wouldn't be doing your job if someone offered you a trade and you didn't. Be like,
Rice.
all right, what are you offering?
Rice, right here. Somebody offered something for Peyton Manning. You're gonna listen? Yeah, you
What are
take
they
over.
offering?
It doesn't fucking matter. It's Peyton Manning. Who cares?
What are they? Are they offering like 6 first-round picks?
and you still don't do it. What the fuck are you talking about? You know
I
what?
don't know. I would do it.
Rice. What Jamal Adams to the Jets? He plays multiple positions. Do you understand that? Multiple.
Yeah.
Lines up in the box. Lines up at safety. Lines up in the nickel. You know that? Forces fumble. Sacks the quarterbacks. Do you understand?
Listen,
You can.
yes.
What value do you get for that?
Yes.
I don't care about the amount of picks. You tell somebody he's willing. Somebody says they're willing to die on the field. Die on
But
the field.
yeah, he also said he
You
wanted
wanna
to
trade
change
that?
the organization for the better, and he's just immediately given up over
Right.
a rumor that wasn't even true.
Rice, it's not giving up. Are they cap strapped? They don't have to pay Sam Darnold for another 2 years.
Bro,
What's the
there's-
problem on paying Jamal Adams?
There's
paying
underlying
nobody
shit,
right now.
Rice. You can't say, listen, we don't know. The public doesn't know everything that's going on behind closed doors. All right. So just because there was a rumor last year and it's not true, apparently,
Come on.
you don't know. They're who the fuck knows what's going on?
Let me get to this.
All I
If
know
somebody-
is that they said they were going to talk about a contract, and they have not yet. That's it.
Rice, if somebody says you've been outdoing the work you've put in, we're gonna pay you. We're gonna pay you this year.
Yes.
Where's the money? What is your natural reaction if it hasn't happened? What's your natural reaction? Where's the money,
request
right?
a trade,
Where's the money? That's your reaction.
and
no?
not request a trade to only teams that can contend. Like,
Time out. So broken promises and what?
and then
is
he
what we're
also said that to go to those teams, he wouldn't even request the extension. He just wants to get the fuck off the Jets. It's disgraceful.
because they're losers. They fucking suck. They suck. They suck.
It all comes
They
from the top
fucking
down.
suck.
There's
So
a reason
fuck
a
it.
player has those emotions.
I'll take
It's a
the,
reason
I'll
a player
take the
has
pay
those
cut if I could fucking go win. Fuck it. Fuck it. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
I'd be more upset if Sam Darnold wanted to trade.
Why?
Oh, ew.
He could
Why?
go too.
Really?
He could go too.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He could go.
He's the quarterback.
What are you talking? You could fill anybody there right now over Sam Darnold.
I still have high hopes for
Sam Darnold doesn't even come into my top 20 quarterback discussion. Not even
What
a top
have you
20.
seen? Tell me, what have you seen from Sam Darnold that makes
I've
you
seen
go?
I've seen him end a couple of seasons with almost perfect passer ratings.
Wow, you know what's
Time out, time out.
crazy? I've only seen nothing but great consistency from Jamal Adams
wait.
in 3 years.
Thank you. But hold on, let's get back to Sam Darnold real quick. Have you seen Carson Wentz talent from Sam Darnold? Have you seen Patrick Mahomes' winning capability or
Nope.
talent? Lamar Jackson's impact
Nope.
from Sam Darnold?
Nope.
All these guys came in around the same fucking time. So, with that being said, Sam Darnold's the answer? No, he's not. Jamal Adams, you keep a cornerstone of your defense. This is the fucking problem. All the great teams keep a cornerstone of their defense, and now you're willing to let one go?
I think in this league, it just the price, it doesn't make sense right now when they have him for another year.
One more question. Rice, if you drafted a Hall of Famer, a sure Hall of Famer, because I'm pretty sure he will be in the Hall of Fame one day. If you drafted a sure Hall of Famer, would you pay him? Yes or no? When he asks to be paid.
Depends.
When he asks to be paid, would you pay him? Yes or no?
It depends. It really does. Like
it's a yes or no
when
question.
When you look at a different situation, maybe one of the most talented wide receivers in the league, Odell Beckham Jr., I wouldn't pay that man a dime.
Was the money there? The money was there, so he got paid. Jamal Adams, the money's there. Who the Jets playing? C.J. Mosley? You don't got to pay Sam Darnold for another 2 years, that's gonna cap.
You don't got to pay Jamal Adams for another year.
If he's outperformed his contract. Did Sam Darnold do that? No, he did not.
$18 million a year.
And
That's a huge hit.
Eddie Jackson getting 14 to play with great defenders. Khalil Mack, C.J. Fuller. Fucking, you see the defensive line? Jamal Adams can't get paid to play with nobody? Name the corners on the team. Name the defensive line. Name the linebackers outside of Mosley. Give me somebody on the defense. Give me somebody. And I'll shut the fuck up.
They did just draft a couple of people back there.
You shut the fuck up. Time out. Let's get to it. You trade Leonard Williams because you didn't want to pay him. Okay, you had to pay some fucking body, so you don't pay Jamal Adams? What the fuck you doing with the money? You gonna sit on it? You gonna wipe your ass? That's what you're doing with the fucking football. Just wiping your ass with it. Wipe your ass. Fuck it. Toilet paper for the rest of our lives. Fuck it. $24 million. We're not going to touch. Fuck it.
The Jets could do that.
Wipe your ass. Wipe your kids' ass. Wipe your fucking. Wipe everybody's ass. Just wipe your ass with the money. The fans, the team, everybody. Wipe your ass with it. Money that we don't spend.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow. I will say this.
Hop in here for a second.
Go ahead. Yeah, get in there.
The reason I'm siding with Rome on this one is I'm a big looking to the future type of guy. And if you paid Jamal Adams now, you're saying you have another year with the cheap contract, but then after that he can go wherever he wants. If you have the money to extend the man's contract and pay him, which he deserves more than any single defensive player in the entire league, you need to take advantage of opportunity and embrace that and make this guy show the man with the most talent that you want him in New York to be running the defense for the next 10 years for this franchise. If you let him go on his entire rookie contract and you don't pay him, you're showing you don't give a shit about the guy. And of course he's going to leave. Why would you not leave? So he's like, you know what? They're not showing me this money now. I'm out. And you know what? It sucks to say, but I understand. I understand where he's coming from. This is a league. This is another thing you need to consider, not just in football, but in all sports right now. All of the biggest superstars. You look at the UFC, you look at baseball. They're being more vocal on social media this year than ever before. I don't know if it's because everyone's in quarantine and everyone's like kind of just on social media all the time, but player platforms have never been bigger ever. So when you have a superstar of the magnitude of Jamal Adams,
I hate it so much.
He's going to have a voice, man. The dude's voice is huge right now. He's the best defensive safety in the league. And he's in New York. He's got a huge voice. When he talks, you got to listen and you got to respond and you got to react.
The time to strike is now. It's now. I'm big on defense. It's defense wins championships. Yep. If you don't want to fucking win, then just don't play defense. And then you're not playing defense by not paying your players. Like I said, name somebody, give me somebody that makes an impact on that Jets defense that's not Jamal Adams. He's in every single play. Every single play. What is there to talk about?
All right, so I'm going to defend Rice real quick because I think I'm trying to understand where Rice is coming from, okay? First of all, I agree. The Jets need to pay Jamal Adams. I agree with you two wholeheartedly. But sitting down thinking about this, look at the running back position, right? It's always been this disposable position. Just plug in any guy, you could potentially win. It's all about, but the great guys, they want to get paid, and the better, as the sport progresses, they want their money and they're active on social media, like Joey just said. pay me or I'm not going to play. Look at Melvin Gordon on his holdout. Look years before that, with other guys, other players. And now you look at the safety position, and yeah, you know what? Jamal Adams is the best in the game at that position, and he wants to get paid. Look at Malcolm Jenkins years ago when he played with the Saints. He was great on the Saints, won a Super Bowl with the Saints. The Saints couldn't pay him. They didn't want to. He went to the Eagles. He was a stud on the Eagles, okay? Now, Malcolm Jenkins is like, I've been really consistent back here. I've been pretty good, very underrated. I want to get paid. And the Eagles are like, we just can't do it, But the Eagles said, we'll trade you. We'll release you. We'll get rid of you. We'll do whatever you want because we appreciate you, sir. We appreciate what you did here for us. Look at Jamal Adams. The Jets are fucking screwing him, Rice. They're screwing him. They're screwing him.
I think you were defending
I
Rice.
feel like you're making my point.
You're enhancing our.
How did you defend Rice? You're making my point.
I'm saying where he's coming from. Like, whereas the league itself and the owners and the managers, they diminish those positions as disposable, and they think they could just plug in anybody there and that they'll win.
Listen,
they value other positions more, is what I'm trying to say.
You have to pay somebody, right? The Jets are paying nobody.
Yeah.
The only people they're paying is C.J. Mosley and Le'Veon Bell. If you want to get rid of either one of those, I'm okay. Pay Jamal Adams.
C.J. Mosley's coming back, kind of, maybe.
Oh, he's coming back, kind of, maybe. Who knows? He didn't play fucking more than one game. You understand what I'm saying?
Season.
I had 3 good years. What are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
You got to pay somebody. That's all I'm saying. You got to pay somebody. The money's there. You pay the one that's been producing the most. You get paid for what you do. That's what it is.
So with that being said, whether you want him to stay on the Jets or you think he's going to go somewhere else,
I hope he fucking stays.
Where do you guys think he's actually going to land? We'll start with Joey. We'll go to Jerome, and we'll go to Rice.
Okay. The most. I'm going with the favorites here. I'm going with where experts believe he'll go, and that's based off of cap. That's based off of needs. And right now that falls into the NFC East. There's 2 teams that he could land.
Yep.
And I could see him going to either of them. I'm sure the man with the Eagles head over there would love him in Philadelphia. He'd be an excellent asset. Would easily come in and be the Malcolm Jenkins, just a more talented and younger version of him. And then the other option would be the Dallas Cowboys. That team is already an offensive unit, really. Offensively, they should be very good besides Dak. We had that whole conversation. But if you add a guy like Jamal Adams onto that defense, that could elevate them into winning. I think Jamal Adams going to the NFC East could win that team, that division, whoever gets him. So I see him going to the NFC East, one of those 2 teams.
Okay. Rome.
Honestly, not entertaining anything else outside of this right here. I will not entertain anything else. I will not.
Okay.
So hopefully everybody gets their shit together. The Adams side, the Jets side, we come together. We find a solution. We become family once again. Money does solve things. It is not the best solution, but it does help. So we start with paying him, and then we see where we at after. I will be praying every night until then. Let's see what happens.
All right. Rice?
My honest opinion is that this year, whether they pay him or not, he's not getting traded. He's staying on the Jets. That's my honest opinion. I don't see Joe Douglas getting rid of the man.
Okay.
I just don't. But maybe he chooses not to resign after that. Worst case scenario. And Dallas.
Yeah.
He's expressed so much, that he would love to play for them.
Yep.
But
yeah,
I don't see it. I think he's staying with the Jets.
I'm gonna have to say, I think this all could be, something put out there this way to light a fire under the Jets' ass, to hopefully get them paid faster and more money potentially. That's possible. Would I love him to go to the Eagles? Yes. Though I think it's going to happen, probably not. I only think the team he would take a pay cut for is Dallas. He gets to go home, play for his home, play for Dallas. And That's something he's always expressed that he's wanted to do, and I know Jerry Jones has more than enough money to, I'm sure, pay him under the table as well. So they're gonna get something done, whether it's a trade or whether he sits out and then holds out onto his contract and just gets released. He's gonna get picked up. He's the best in the game. But go ahead.
I'm sorry, real quick. This is to everybody, to all of you. I want you to answer this question honestly. Let's say this Jamal Adams is just like the Khalil Mack situation. If you could do it all over again, would you do it?
If you're the
Whoever wants to
Raiders,
start first, if you're the Raiders, let's say
absolutely
it's just like
fucking
that
not.
situation.
Are you kidding me? Khalil
All right,
Mack is
I
a
wouldn't have
beast.
done it then.
No fucking way. The Raiders should have
Joe?
never traded Khalil Mack. That was an insane trade.
It's the
Joe?
dumbest thing on the planet. Looking back, it's the dumbest trade in the last few years. And it could lead to what
Easy.
one of the other dumbest trades is coming up. We're talking about the Cardinals coming up soon
Yep.
with DeAndre Hopkins and everything. And I'm sure we're going to segue into that very shortly. But that was the worst trade in recent memory.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, who would the Jets get for Jamal Adams? They're gonna get like 2 average cornerbacks and like an expired linebacker. And I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out when it happens.
One more thing.
But that's
They
what
It's
I'm
gonna
didn't
saying.
fucking happen. Oh my god, it's
One more thing.
happening.
They didn't sign Clowney. You didn't sign anything defensively in free agency. You made no moves, and you still have money. But since we're
Which is
talking
why they're
about
not getting rid of him.
But since we're talking about trades, big trades, dumb mistakes, dumb moves, let's talk about the Cardinals.
Let's get into it, man.
Let's get right into it. Frank, what do you think about the Cardinals?
Man, I'll tell you. I mean, these last couple podcasts, I've been having the Cardinals lose a ton of these games against these really solid
You all have.
teams. And
You all have.
last year they were 5-10-1, and this year I got them being the same exact thing, but 6-10. You can never predict a tie, but they're 6-10. That tie might as well have been a loss. They're not going to improve.
What about
man.
the improvement?
They're not.
What about the improvements, though?
And
You
DeAndre
don't
Hopkins,
think-
man.
They've had a lot of close games. They had a lot of close games last year. Games
man.
that Kyler Murray looked great in the second half of the game. And he's only getting better as he progresses.
I-
and now
I-
they just added DeAndre Hopkins.
I do
They
not
have a
have
good
faith in Kyler
running
Murray.
game established.
I know a
They
lot
have
of
multiple
people.
receivers. You don't see any
Listen,
progression.
I know a lot of people. They were on Russell Wilson for being too short, not able to throw it. Yeah, they lost a lot of close games last year, but when they played good teams, Joe, they played good teams. They got blown out. They played the Saints last year, Week 8, 31-9. I can remember it. It was atrocious. And
Bad day.
they
Bad day.
if you're really gonna sit there and tell me that a lot of their wins came at the end of the season, they didn't. They won 2 games at the end of last season. They showed no time. Clock management. They were an atrocious team, and it starts with the coaching. All right, and the coaching down there isn't going to be able to do much. They have all the talent in the world. You got to see how it performs, how it goes around. Listen, DeAndre Hopkins is a stud, best in the game. But Deshaun Watson was able to launch that ball. Deshaun Watson was able to get out of the pocket. Kyler Murray last year got sacked loads of times. That offensive line is trash. All right.
Well, wait. I think I heard you, but I'm not sure. DeAndre Hopkins best in the game, you said?
Listen, you're dropping the Julio Jones, voodoo crap on me right now. I don't care.
No, you said it. You said the name. All right. I just wanted to know you. That's the first name you thought about. That's the first name you
That's
thought
the
about.
first
We're
name
good.
you
We're
think
good.
about.
We're good.
The
We're
best
good.
in the
We're
game
good. We're good.
is DeAndre Hopkins.
good.
He has the best hands in the game right now, next to Michael
We're good.
Thomas.
Michael Thomas shut that argument down, but go ahead, Joe. What do you think about the
Oh
Cardinals?
my God.
Okay. So all 3 of you have been low on the Cardinals. Every podcast. So every time it's like, oh, they're
Wow.
playing the Cardinals, this will win. They're playing the Cardinals, this will win. But not me. I like this Cardinals team. I like this Cardinals team a lot. Let me tell you why. Kyler Murray, right? First round draft pick for multiple sports. The guy's a freak athlete. Can do whatever he wants in the world. He has a cannon of an arm. I disagree with that. I think he's extremely mobile, active in the backfield, can move well, dodge defenders, fast, quick, good arm, and now he has DeAndre Hopkins. And what is DeAndre Hopkins going to do? He's going to make more opportunity for guys like Larry Fitzgerald.
He's gonna make
And last week
big
we were talking about
plays.
underrated wide receivers. don't sleep on Christian Kirk, baby. Another excellent receiver
True.
who was a little bit unhealthy this last year. So if he's healthy this year, you have those three guys. And there's another part of the game that improved also, in my opinion. And that is the Arizona Cardinals having two solid running backs in Kenyon Drake and Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds, when he ran the ball last year, looked incredible.
Caught the
was
ball,
putting
you
up
mean when he caught the
statistics that
ball.
were unseen from a guy who had no name prior to that. And Kenyon Drake, I've been riding Kenyon Drake for a few years now. I love that guy. I think that offense is awesome. You still got Patrick Peterson. Still got Chandler Jones. I got the Arizona Cardinals going 9-7 this year.
Wow, big improvement.
Rice, go ahead, Rice. Go ahead, let me hear it.
Rome's gonna roast me.
The
I see it.
team is old.
He's
The
gonna.
defense is old. I like what I saw from Kyler Murray. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of potential. I
I
like
did
how
not.
athletic he is. I do. I like him.
Okay.
I love that DeAndre Hopkins is there. Kenyon Drake, he's shown some hot patches, but I mean, like, the team as a whole, I just don't trust, and that's what it came down to. A lot of these games, like, I feel like they'll be exciting, but they'll just lose. You know, I have them going 5-11, worse than last year by a little bit. I don't know. They got to prove themselves.
Okay.
You ready,
so we're on
boys?
the same page.
You ready?
Yeah, give it to me, Rome.
Sad to say, I agree with Frank and Rice. I got them going 5-11 or 6-10. Joe, I love how you highlighted everything on the offense, but you said nothing about the defense, which Rice said is old. It is fucking old. It's getting
so old.
And it's not good. Also about the offense, everybody can't play spread style offense, bro. That it doesn't work all the time. And if you don't have an offensive line to give you the time to make those maneuvers and make those moves, it doesn't matter. Larry Fitzgerald, consistent, could get you 5 yards, 10-yard gain. That's fine. DeAndre Hopkins, top 3 in the league. We all know that. That's fine. No shade at him.
Take.
Christian Kirk should be a fantasy pickup this year because with those options being out there, he should have big numbers. But offense is not the only phase of the game, and you got to play the other phases. So they might put up 20, 23 points a game. Who knows? But you need more than that. And that division that they play in is a defense-based division that hits. Let me know if Kyler Murray could take a whole pounding and see what he do. Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, oh man, I'm just looking at it now.
I feel like Larry Fitzgerald will have his best year in a while.
I mean, listen, everybody. There's Larry Fitzgerald. He's known for it, man. He's got records. He's known for being able to catch that ball. He's a stud. Was a stud. Still is a stud.
Top five
all time for sure.
All time.
Listen, if the offensive line can eliminate some of those pressures, I could see it. Like you were nice with the 9-7. I thought you were gonna go above a little bit, the way you were talking about it. But listen, I'm not. I got them shy 3 games over here. 6-10, 9-7. You're like in like the same ballpark. You know, it's a tough division. They're a competitive team, but it's the defense.
You draft no linemen in the draft. Like so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know.
You know, it all starts from the top, and then the team's got to play the team with who they got. So 6-10. I think if you want to say 9-7, that's realistic. Because that's a tough division. They're definitely not taking that division by any means necessary. But
if you tell me 9-7 for them, then the rest of the division is just.
Well, I was gonna say this isn't even my hot take.
That's not even your hot take. That's fine. Yeah,
I got a hot take.
I got a pretty good one too coming up. But
let's talk about it.
Listen,
talk about it.
9-7. 9-7 is a generous one. Speaking of 9-7, last year the Los Angeles Rams went 9-7. So let's hear from there. Let's start with Rome this time.
I really, really, really want to like this team. I really do, but I can't because of they lost who they are. In my eyes, like You
I
gave
agree.
up things, you lost things, and everybody's a year older on top of that, and it's like you didn't bring anything back.
Yeah.
So everything I just said was a whole bunch of losses, which accumulates to more losses this season. I got them going 6-10.
Wow. I'm close.
Um,
I'm right there with you. Rice, what are you feeling with the Rams?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Jerome's saying. I feel like they lost who they are, and uh, at the end of the day, they've got no
Running back?
fire. I feel. I mean, yeah, they have no running back, but I feel like they have
They
no
drafted
fire in that team.
Yeah, I know.
And I think the wins that they get, they're gonna get because I still like Sean McVay as a coach. I have them going 7-9 this year. And that's not because I feel like they deserve to be 7-9. Uh, they'll just they'll get a couple wins here and there. Jared Goff can sometimes be good, and it just won't be enough.
Okay, all right.
7-9 from the 9-7 last year.
Now,
yeah.
is this your hot take, Joe?
This is my hot take.
Okay,
Yes.
so you know
Oh
what?
boy.
I'm gonna go before you because
Go ahead.
I'm sitting there with Rice right now. 7-9.
Yeah.
They're going 2 games under from last season. Here's why. Defense wins championships, but you got to get there. All right. Now the defense is still solid. Aaron Donald best at his position. Jalen Ramsey still there in the cornerback position. Those are just some big names. Jared Goff cannot throw the ball without Sean McVay telling him what to do. You're going to have a rookie running back potentially coming in. Listen, rookie running backs, they could blow it up. There's no tape on them just yet. In the NFL, they could. Very unlikely. Your best wide receivers, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp. They got rid of Cooks. They can't really open up the field too much. Tyler Higbee, great tight end. Offensive line, they have to get it together, and they have to make sure Jared Goff doesn't get pressure. All right? Jared Goff gets the smallest amount of pressure, and everything Sean McVay just told him in the headset goes out the window because Jared Goff cannot control a football team. He is not a captain. He throws fucking ducks. He is ass.
He don't. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Mind
whoa,
you,
whoa.
mind you, the
Whoa.
defenses in this division are pretty damn good.
Jerome, I had a bad experience with Jared Goff once in fantasy. It
Jo-
has nothing. I know
Wait.
it's not as bad as
Joe,
as I
Joe,
just said.
Joe. Before you go, before you
Okay.
don't, I just wanted you to track that statement, Frank, because he don't throw. He time and time again he does throw
No, I'll say this.
some bad.
I'll say this.
But he can swing.
Drafted number 1 in the position. The kid has a lot of talent, but he
Yes.
doesn't have the head to do what he wants to do, or what he
And it
can do, I
happens.
should say. What he
Which
can
is
do.
why we got him at 6-10, 7-9.
Yes.
Go ahead, Joe.
So Jared Goff, right? We're talking about just flashes of greatness, but issues. The reason is he is a very singular quarterback. He's systematic. And the only reason they were successful previously was all due to Sean McVay having a beautiful system in place. And like it was mentioned in the very beginning of the discussion of this team, they've gotten away from what they were. They are not what they used to be. And Jared Goff in this weird different system, who knows how it's going to look. You don't have that third good receiver to mix it up and spread it out. You have 2 okay receivers now. You don't really know what your run game's going to look like. And Tyler Higbee, I agree, is a very good tight end. They don't throw him the ball.
Yeah.
They never throw their tight ends the ball. It's so silly. The guy's like open all the time, and they literally don't utilize. So how many catches did he have last year in the last 2 seasons?
Jared Goff.
It's because of their system, and it was different. But I don't think Jared Goff's a great quarterback. I don't love this team. The only bright part is Aaron Donald, in my opinion. That's obvious. Aaron Donald's a stud. Probably the best in that position, up there at least. And Jalen Ramsey's there too. You mentioned both those names. Frank, you kind of hit everything that I was going to mention, and I'm just going to go a little bit further with their losses and basically said they're going to go 4-12 this season.
Wow.
I don't like this team.
Wow.
I was looking at this team, I was like, damn, man.
When you said you had a hot take, I was pegging you to have them take the division.
Wow.
I had you going high on them.
I think they suck.
4-12. Wow. Once you started going into it, I was like, oh my god, is he gonna say 0-16? But 4-12 might as well be 0-16.
If that happens, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. if that goes
I don't think
down.
they're a good football team.
And you know what? A lot of that is because they're in a division that can and will remain competitive for quite some time.
It always has. It
Yeah.
always has. Always has.
So moving on with that, if anyone has nothing to say about the Los Angeles Rams, which I mean they're gonna have a great stadium in a couple of years, but you know, let's hear about the 49ers. I'm throwing it towards Rice because Rice used to say that Tom Brady was done and Jimmy Garoppolo was going to take his position, but then Jimmy Garoppolo got traded once that happened because Rice loves to speak about Tom Brady's downfall, which will never happen. He's going to go out in the blades of glory on top on
I'm
his
glad
horse.
he was traded.
So
I'm glad Jimmy G was traded.
go ahead, man. Let's hear 49ers.
49ers blew it last year. They lost to the better team though. They had that game, and they are that good. And they're gonna go 13-3 again this season.
Wow.
I think they are the third best team in the NFL this coming season. Unfortunately, I think the Seattle Seahawks are the second best team
Don't
in the
go there
NFL
yet.
this season.
Wow.
Don't go there
That's
yet.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. So you
San
got them at
Francisco is
13 and
great.
3.
They're all around. I got them at 13-3. Their
Now-
defense, oh my God,
Yeah, the defense is
they have a
insane.
phenomenal pass rush. Their defensive backs all around,
Yep.
exciting to watch. You just gotta love the team. And Jimmy G, who doesn't love Jimmy G?
Okay, well, let me ask you something about Jimmy G real
The
quick.
man's a stud.
He's a stud. Did you watch him play last year in the Super Bowl?
I did.
That was one game. Choked. The man choked.
I did.
He choked
Oh,
hard,
come to
bro.
me.
He choked
Come to
hard.
me.
And you know what?
Come
We're
to
gonna
me.
go. We're gonna go to Jerome because me and Jerome agree on Jimmy Garoppolo. So go ahead, Jerome.
Jimmy G, not that good.
Yeah. Yep. Not
Like
that
just
good.
honestly, like
Bill
let's be
Belichick saw
real.
the future.
Why
Not that
did they
good.
really lose the Super Bowl or any games they've been
They
competitive?
lost because of the defense. The
They didn't
defense
lose.
gave
No,
up
they
a lead.
didn't. They lost
Yeah.
because they got away from what makes them good. They run the football. That's the team. That's what the team does. They run the football, and the defense is really good. That's how you win games. Run, defend. Run, defend. When you give Jimmy G the game, put the game in his hands, he folds, bro. He folds. And let's a hot take right here. He might tear his ACL again. I don't know. Be out for the season again. Because
Whoa! What are you gonna put a hit on him? What's going on?
Whoa. Honestly speaking, whether he plays or not, it doesn't matter. This team goes 10-6, 9-7. That's just how I'm feeling about them. I don't think they improved from last season, but that's just me.
Okay. All right. Rice, what? Not
Give it
Rice.
to me,
Joey.
Frank. Give it to me.
I want to hear from Joey real quick.
Oh, right. I'm Joey.
The 49ers, right? They're a very, very, very good football team. Extremely solid. They're very good last year. Not much has changed. Two guys we just haven't mentioned that I just think we should talk about is George Kittle.
Yep.
George Kittle, after catching the ball, has, I believe, the most yards after catch out of the tight end position. He is a freak of nature at that position. And
Stud.
along with the run game, when they're in trouble, they go to George Kittle to get them out of bad situations. So that's extremely beneficial for them. And then you got Bosa. But those Bosa boys, all of them on defense, are excellent players. Defense is awesome. I like the San Fran team quite a bit. I got them going 12-4 this season.
I also have them going 12-4 this season, and I ride on that defense, man. That defense is solid. They didn't lose much. They're coming back. They want to win again. They're hungry for it. They were this close last year. They blew that lead. It's not their fault. They went up against one of the best, probably potentially the best, in Patrick Mahomes. You know, Andy Reid ran that comeback perfectly. It had to have, otherwise it would not have worked against that amazing defense. I was gonna, Joe, you touched upon it, man. George Kittle, arguably the number one tight end in the league, man. And Jimmy G,
great tight end, man.
Jimmy G always knows I'm under pressure. I don't have to run out of the pocket. That man, I could throw it up to him. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to fight for the ball. He's waving. What would you like to say?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Serious question. Outside of the New England Patriots, the past decade or 6, 7 years, whatever you want to call it, Super Bowl losses, how many teams have recovered? And that's an honest question. When you really think about it, who has really gotten back to that point or that peak that they were at when they got to the Super Bowl and won? Outside of the Patriots and the Seahawks. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I was
Patriots
gonna
and the
say I
Seahawks.
was gonna say Seahawks.
Right, I know.
I was going to be Seattle. How
Not
about
many.
Green Bay? Green Bay might have lost one of those. Green Bay lose
But
any of those?
they can't never go back. Can't go back. Can't get back to that.
But they're there though.
They're
They're as
there,
talented
but
as
it's like,
they were.
but
They were
they're always
13-3 last
there.
year.
Right, but it's Aaron Rodgers. That's not Jimmy Garoppolo.
Listen.
You know what I mean? It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Very different.
Are the 49ers going to
They
get
look
to the
alike.
Super Bowl? The Super
No.
Bowl is one of the most unpredictable things in the entire world. All right? All these teams are professionals. There are teams, there are teams that we already know from the beginning that are trash, but a lot of people doubted the Colts last year, and the Colts had a good season out of it. And I'll tell you right now, the Niners, they're one of these teams, you look at them, you look at the defense, and they're going to be consistently good each year. Doesn't mean they're going to get back, right? Look at the Falcons, all right? After that 28-3 loss, they haven't even been anywhere near it. They collapsed. That organization is
They
in a
lost their
spiral.
offensive coordinator.
You know? Where'd he go? Who did he go? 49ers. Okay. So
Look at the Eagles. They won. No, the Patriots.
Oh,
they
but
won.
listen, the
They won.
Eagles have been in the playoffs, man. They've been in the running.
Listen. But did they look the same?
I
That
think-
Eagles team was great.
None of these
I think
teams
if a
ever
team
look the
gets
same. Even
there-
the teams that win.
The Patriots do look the same all the time. They
Well,
look the same.
Yeah, well,
The
Bill
Seahawks
Belichick.
look the
No, they
same.
don't.
Test the time.
They do. They honestly do. It's the
The
same team.
Patriots?
When they win or when they lose, it's the same.
It's good football all around. They
Yeah, it's
always
the
look
same.
consistently good. It's
Same.
amazing. That's why I'm excited to see them this year.
But since I mentioned the Seahawks and since Rice said they're going to be the second best team, Rice, tell me why. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to hear it. I'm
Why?
interested.
Let me throw a few names at you.
Go ahead.
Throw a few names at you. Bobby Wagner,
Woo!
Russell Wilson,
Woo!
Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf,
Woo!
Chris Carson. The team is
Woo!
stacked team. And first of all, on offense, no matter what defense that gets thrown at you, if you have Russell Wilson back there, he's not gonna get stopped. The man's crazy.
Yeah,
He's all over the place, and he can make the throw on the run like no man I've ever seen. It's wild. That team is unstoppable. And they are going to go 14-2.
14-2?
Wow.
Let me tell you. I freaking love this Seattle Seahawks team, man. They are stacked up and down, man. And you hit everybody outside of maybe Greg Olsen, which is a new addition to Seattle. But every single name that you mentioned, your boy had written down here. And we talked about it a lot last week because I mentioned Tyler Lockett as my most underrated wide receiver. And a big reason for that is the growth of DK Metcalf and now Russell Wilson having different, diverse options to throw the ball to. Yes. Chris Carson just runs the ball hard, man. I love watching Chris Carson run the ball. They can run.
He's a very underrated running back.
Russell Wilson could have a potential MVP season again with this team around him. Greg Olsen, veteran in the league, great at tight end position. They have a very good defense in Bobby Wagner and a few other guys. I love the Seattle Seahawks team. I have them also going 12-4.
Mr. Barron.
All right, so
Mr.
this might be a hot take, but everything you just said, both of you guys, I cannot agree with more, and I know Jerome is going to love it coming out of my mouth. This Seattle Seahawks team is going to have one loss. 15-1. They're going to dominate the league this year. They're going to absolutely fucking crush it. The O-line stands. They play for Russell Wilson. They play around Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is going to lead that team to probably 30-plus points a game. Behind him, you got Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, and new addition, Carlos Hyde. Yep. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Philip Dorsett. DK Metcalf, I was screaming on my couch 2 years ago when this man was drafted. I wanted him to go to the Eagles so badly. I almost lost my voice in the process. He unfortunately had a game against the
Here we go,
Eagles
bro.
last year in the playoffs while I was in
Talk about
Hawaii.
it.
Actually, I shouldn't.
Talk
Yeah,
about
well, it was last. It wasn't even last year. You know,
Wasn't even last year.
I mean, let's.
This all
You
music
want
to
to
your
talk
ears,
about
Ryan?
it? 15-1, man. This
I
team is
talk about
great.
it. Listen, real quick. Not even real quick. Give me some time here. All right. 13-3 or 12-4. You know why? Because I said it a few weeks ago. I said anybody in the fourth quarter, any quarterback you'll take outside of Mahomes, because he is the best. Fine. It's Russell Wilson. Let's point to the things that we said earlier. Jared Goff, not a leader. Who's the ultimate leader? Who's the ultimate leader? Russell Wilson is. Who's clutch? Russell Wilson is. Russell Wilson is also the point to the fact of outside of the Patriots, who's great after losses, playoff losses? The Seahawks. Time and time again, I don't know. They lost their defense, they lost their captains, they lost their soul to the team and found it again. Found it again. I don't know how this defense is becoming great again. Once again, it's not the Legion of Boom. No, it's the Legion of win
Yep.
consistently. Consistent. I don't know what you want to say. I don't know, man. This team just has me like, it's fucking like, I don't know. This is my main point right here. Every quarterback in the NFC that's a great team has a lot of question marks. Garoppolo lost the Super Bowl. Let's see what he could do. Brady, new team. Let's see what's gonna happen. Aaron Rodgers might get traded. Nobody knows what the fuck. Drew Brees, is he a racist? I don't think so, but that's a thing that he got to work out with his team. So who's the best in the group outside of that? That has none of that. No fucking issues. It's Russell Wilson. You feel it? Do you guys feel it? Yeah, I do feel it because we got the
Russ.
same
Big
fucking thing.
Russ.
We
Yeah,
feeling winners.
we're all riding that
We're
high.
feeling winners in
Yeah.
this group. We're feeling the Mahomes versus Wilson Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Would
That'll be
be
exciting.
Is
I
this
don't
like
know.
the first time that all members of the Big Plays podcast have
I don't
equally
know.
had strong feelings in a positive way
don't
for a
know.
team?
That's why I was dancing. I'm feeling it because we're
And
all
think
in
so.
tune.
this is
We're
episode
all high on the
7.
team.
This is
You
here.
needed
We
7
here.
weeks for all of us to come
We only got
together
one
on a
division
solid.
left.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're all gonna
Honestly,
have strong opinions about one particular team next week.
honestly, this is the best division in football, hands down. To me, it's the most
It's a
competitive.
good one.
They produce playoff,
it's
Super
competitive.
Bowl. They produce Super Bowl competition
I
right
agree.
here in this
It's a good
division.
division.
And if you can win in this division, you can win anywhere. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
I
So
think
Seahawks can make it, 100%.
that's why I had the Niners at 12-4 and the Seahawks at 15-1 because if you can play in roughhouse in this division, you could go into anybody's stadium and make them look stupid.
Anywhere,
Crushing.
anytime. Say it. Say it.
Anywhere.
Anytime. Yeah.
I like how Rice gave into that. That was a good one, Rice. Thank you. Thank you for
It's a
giving
tough
it.
game too, but I definitely could see him winning them.
But wow. So just like that, episode 7, huh, guys? Rome, why don't you give us a send
Incredible.
off?
Huh?
Why don't you give us a little send off?
To my man in the incredible shirt, Joe, thank you. We appreciate you. To my man Rice out there that just, I don't know where you're really at with this Jamal Adams things. It's still hurting my feelings a little bit. To Frank, who wants Jamal Adams on the team, I hate you a little bit, but I love you because we have the same Seahawks take. This is Big Plays. We are Big Plays. I'm Jerome. We thank you for listening. We thank you. Episode 7. Can't wait to see you next week. Have a good one, guys.
Big plays.
Oh, yeah.
Big
See you later. Take it easy.
Have a great night. Peace and love, baby.